thanks for stopping by. Okay, today I'm going to recreate the look I had on in my Thanksgiving video. The only thing that will be different is I did not apply the eyelashes for today's video because I didn't want to have to put them on and take them off and not use them anymore. Okay, so as you can see, I have my foundation on. I have one side of my face done, the other side of my face is not done. I do it this way just to save time. I know a lot of you like to see the application of foundation, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through exactly what I did, and then I will continue on with the eye. Now I have a little bit of a different setup today. I am in the white room. It is a gloomy day, so the white room it is for tutorials, and hopefully this will work out for both of us, or all of us I should say, because there's more than two of us here. Okay. First thing I did is I primed my skin, and I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see everything. I primed my skin with a new primer that is by Mercier, and it is called her Radiance, and it is in, excuse me, Rose Glow. So I just put that on my face, excuse me. Then with my beauty blender, and my beauty blender has been used, so I don't need to be told it's dirty. My beauty blender I have dampened, and I have let it swell up, and then I squeeze all the water out. I take a towel and then I really squeeze all the excess, so it's just a damp sponge. Now today, because my skin is feeling a little bit parched today, I did a mixture of foundations. And the first is the Capture Totale, which is in number 30, which is a little warm for me right now. So, and this is a treatment foundation. It is very expensive, but it is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. So I took 2 pumps of this one, and then I mixed it in with the number 20 Forever by Christian Dior, and this one is also by Christian Dior. And I mixed them in, and I blended them on the top of my hand. You can do it on a mirror, you can do it on a dish, you can do it right on your face if that's how you choose. I then mixed it up so that it made the perfect color for me, dabbed it on, put my beauty blender right into the foundation, and then I dab it. Now I'm going to do this side because I haven't put any powder on this. I dab it all over my face until it's blended. And look in the mirror, you can see that it's all blended. Then I just take it and I lightly buff it out all the way down my neck, and that's it, okay? So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Armani Corrector. Fabulous, fabulous tool if you have dark circles. Now I don't know if you can see them because I did cover them with some foundation, but they are still there. If you really look, you see them. So I'm going to take my Armani, and I'm going to put all of the colors either in an annotation, and I will also put everything with a picture of my makeup today and the description of what I'm wearing on my blog. So hop on over to my blog to see all of this and other little tips I might add then, okay? So I'm using my Armani Corrector, and this is the Pink Peach, and I'm going to just put it right where my dark circle is, okay? Then I'm going to just put a little bit on my hand, not a lot, just a tiny little bit on my hand. And then I'm going to take my Sephora concealer brush. All the numbers and everything will be on the blog. I'm going to just massage it into the brush, just so I have a base on the brush to work with. Now, this is where we're going to see if my tutorials work, because I have my magnifier right here, and I have you right there, you know. And I hope it doesn't change the lighting. But anyway, I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to dab it in. I gotta tilt this down just a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I'm dabbing it where all of my darkness is. I have a lot of it on the top part of my eye. So I'm also going to go right over my lid with it and blend it out. Now you can use your fingers for this if you like. I just started using this brush and I'm really liking it because it really can get into the nooks and crannies where my finger sometimes cannot. Then I do go with my finger, and I just take the heat of my finger and I pat it in, okay? And I'm just going to dab some more throughout here, okay? So now, as you can see, it has really camouflaged any darkness out. Okay, so then what I do is I go, now this is for my puffy bags. I take my Hourglass concealer. You can use any concealer you want. Make sure that this concealer is the one that I'm going to use in this area. It will be just a little bit lighter, okay? So I'm going to take my Hourglass, and I have Pearl, and I'm going to run it on my ring finger, and I'm going to get some of it on. Then I'm going to go through the side here and all the way down in the shape of a V, and then out over my cheekbone. I'm not putting any on the actual puffiness of the eye, okay? So then I'm just going to take the heat of my hand and keep dabbing it in. And what you're doing is you're creating the illusion of brightness, and it also lifts this area out and hopefully recedes some of that puffiness. It's not going to do it all, but it will do a little, okay? So I'm just going to take a little more, dab it in, and keep that V going. You want to keep this part of your face brighter than the other, the actual bag, okay? So that's what I've done. All right, so now I'll take my Beauty Blender, don't add anything more to it, and I'm just going to go over all of it just so that it's really blended in well, okay? And that's it, okay? Now I need to set that with something, but I have to be careful because I am an older woman and I do have wrinkles. I have very fine creases. Yes, that's what I have. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I have been just recently working with this. I've had this powder for a while, and I'm really trying to find powders to recommend to my peeps that's not going to fold into the creases or find its home, okay? So I'm just using a MAC Fluffy brush, and this is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I'm just going to take this, I'm going to get a little bit on the brush, and let me show you what I mean. Okay, so it's on the brush. Now I'm going to take the lid, and I'm going to really work it into the brush. I don't want to lay it on my eye with all of that on there, because then you're just going to have one big clump of powder. Okay, and one thing, you know, if you're taking pictures, you want to be careful of some of these powders. This one's not as, doesn't really do it as much, but like the HD powder, by Makeup Forever will leave a white cast. But anyway, I'm just going to, now I really tapped it off of the brush, and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to I'm just going to dab it in underneath. Now one thing you need to make sure when you do this, make sure that you really work that concealer in so that you don't have any obvious folds, okay? Alright, so that's all I do there. Okay, so now I have set my concealer, because you do need to set it, or you know, some of us have problems with mascaras really transferring. Anything with moisture underneath is going to cause that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, I have this product by Terry that Joelle sent me quite a while ago, and this is by Terry, and I'm reading what it is here. Please let me put my glasses on, it will be forever. Okay, so this is by Terry. It's Hyaluronic Eye Primer, and it is an eyelid contour perfecting filler, lifting and brightener. And this is what it looks like. It comes in a gold tube, and I know that you can get by Terry at Barney's, okay? So now what I do here is, on my eyelids, because I still have a little bit of darkness on the eyelids, I just put a dab of this in. Well, a little bit more than that. I put a dab of that on, and I'm really liking this product too. Okay. So I'm going to just blend that out and up, prime my lid. But the reason why I like using this one is because it does help to camouflage some of the darkness I have on the top. Okay, so I'm just going to let that set for a minute. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to prime my eyelids. Seems like a lot of work, but you know, as Dolly Parton always says, it takes a lot of money to look this cheap, okay? Well, it takes a lot of money to make us look semi-young, okay? We won't say cheap because we don't look cheap. Okay, so I'm going to take Rubenesque by MAC, and I'm going to take my ring finger, and I'm just going to dab a little bit of this on there, and I'm just going to put this, excuse me, on my lid, and I'm going to work it just slightly up into the crease where the you know, crease should be, but it isn't anymore for me. I'm just going to put that on. Okay. Okay, so I have that on. Can you see that, my peeps? I hope so. I kind of lowered the lights to see how it works, so let's hope it works. Okay, so now I want to go in and I just want to fluff it out. I'm just going to use a MAC fluffer, and I'm just going to just soften the line right here and blend it up just slightly above that crease line, okay? Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to take this fabulous, fabulous product by Chanel, and this is the Illusion d'Ombre Long Wear Luminous Eyeshadow, and the color is Eboli. Eboli, you see? Okay, Eboli. And it comes in this beautiful little pot. You do need to make sure that you close these tightly because they will dry out quick. And for the amount of money that Chanel takes, we want to make sure that we get our money's worth. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to work with my finger first. Same thing. And it is a gorgeous color. It's a red-brown. I'm going to just dab it onto my finger. Just got a little bit here. And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put it along the lash line. I'm going to try to get it as close as I can to the lash line. And it's best to dab it first. I did the other eye in my other bathroom. Well, I'm not in a bathroom now, but in my bathroom. And the lighting is a little different for me, so. Okay, so we've got it just on the lid. Get it close to the lashes. Now I'm going to go in, I'm going to take, just a moment, I'm just going to take, this is a Sonia Kashuk or something from Target. I'm just going to take a little bit of this on here, just a tiny bit, okay? And I'm just going to go in and really work it in now. And I'm not going to go up past the Rubenesque in the crease, I'm going to focus this on my lid area, as you can see. And you want to make sure that you really get this next to that lash line. Okay? Okay. So that's that, all right? Now, I'm going to go in with, let me get my glasses so I can see the brush I used. Okay, now I'm going to go in with NARS Fez, okay? This is an appropriate smoky eye for us older people. You know, we can't have it all blackened out, so I'm using it browns, okay? So now I'm just going in with a MAC brush, and I'm going to tap one side of it with the Fez. Fez has the gold or bronzier undertone, and because I'm also going to use Lola Lola, okay? So tap it off, tap, 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 okay? So we're going to tap that into the crease area and down, focus it down here and in the crease. You don't want to really do anything here. You don't have to because we're going to put Lola Lola over there. So I'm going to tap it off, go in, really get it into that crease area, okay? Now I'm going to take a fluffer. Here we go. This one is by Sigma, and I like this because it's denser, okay? But it really gets in there and allows you to really get that blended out well. Okay, so I'm going to blend that Fez over the Rubenesque now, so it's not so black while you're bringing it up. Because if it was too black, unless you're very dark haired, then you can get away with it. But as a blonde, you can't do it. Okay, so we're working that. Okay? Now I'm going to go, and this one I like to use a Dome Dense brush. It's just really, and this one is by, who's this by? I don't know. Oh, this is an Ultra Professional. Okay, it's very dense, domed-like, so I like that. So now I'm going to go in with the Lola Lola by NARS, and I'm going to take this dome, and I'm going to really just work the color in, and I like to tap it out on the mirror and also tap to get the fallout out. So now I'm going to really focus Lola Lola, which is a redder brown, just on the outer part of the eye. Kind of work a little V on the corner there. Going to go in with another fluffy brush, And this one, I don't know. This one's by Stila. I got all kinds. Okay, so now I'm just going to work that Lola a little bit. Really work it out. And up. Working it out and up gives your eye a lift. Okay? So that's that. Now I am going to take, here's another little tip for you. As we age, our hand is not as steady as it used to be. So sometimes we really want to get in there and try what everybody's showing on these young eyes, but the brushes, sometimes they're too big. And just because a brush says it's for one thing, don't think you can't use it for something else. This is geared more towards eyeliner. I use it with my eyeshadows to really get in my crease area if I want, or I use this to really, you know, to line the bottom part of the eye. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take the Fez, which is the bronzier golden of the NARS. I'm going to take this and I'm going to just tap it in. And I want to make sure that I really tap this off because I don't want the fallout underneath my eye. I'm going to then just take this Fez and work it halfway across, always lifting up and out on the outer part of the eye. Just going to take a little more and just put it on that outer part, up and out. And I can see already that I've got a little more on that side than this side, so I'm just going to go in and match them up. That's another thing. You want to make sure that your eyes are even. Okay, so now I've finished my eyeshadows. I'm just going to take this brush and just lightly go over and make sure that I've got a good blend. But you don't want to blend it like crazy, okay? So now I have a little bit of fallout. I have a clean little brush here for this. I just take a clean brush and I wipe it away, and that's it, okay? So now I want to do my waterline. Now here's where you can, if you have very dark hair and you're doing a smoky look, you can get away with the blacks. I can wear blacks if I want, but it's really going to close my eye out. So I don't want to close my eye out because having dark eyeshadow on already does that. So I'm going to use a bronzier tone. Now you know that I use the Estee Lauder bronze pencil a lot, but I'm not going to use this time. I'm not going to use it now. No. I'm going to use the Givenchy. It's number 5. It's almost a green bronze. And that's just to help bring out, you know, my eye a little bit more. But I'm going to go in and I'm just going to line the waterline and kind of smudge it on the lashes. Okay, so now I've carried on with the smoky look, but I've really left it so my eye can stay open, okay? I'm just going to do a little, there we go. Okay? So now that's that. Now for my tight line, I want to keep it dark. So I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay in brown suede that is a perfect match for Teddy, okay? Now I don't like doing my tight line or my waterline on camera, but I'm going to do it just for you. It is gross to me, okay? But we're going to do it. So I'm going to pull up on my eye and I'm going to stay as close to the lashes as I can without poking myself in the eye. Okay, it always makes my eyes water. Okay, so I've done that. That is a perfect match, brown suede by Revlon. It's a perfect match for Teddy and cost probably half the price. So there's something for you. This one here is the Givenchy and it's the number 5 pencil. That's what I used on my waterline. You can also use Power Surge by MAC. There's another one that I just bought by NARS. It's a brand new color. I don't know the color. It's downstairs, still in the bag. I haven't taken it out. But it's a bronzier shade also. Or if you've already purchased the Estee Lauder because you've heard me talk about it before, that one is perfect to use also. Okay? So now I'm going to take, I need to just put a little bit of darkness around my eye here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black Color Stay pencil by Revlon, and I'm just going to go close to the lash here. Now, if you are someone that likes to line the upper part of your eye, go right ahead. I don't line the upper part of my eye. It closes my eye off too much. I don't care for the look on me, but I do like to really put it out there on the, you know, right on the corner. So now I'm going to go in with a very dense flat brush by MAC. And I'm just going to smudge that out. really soften that black line. I may have more on this side than I do on the other side. Yeah, I do. Well, we'll even it up a bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with the Lola Lola because I don't want to have that black line just hanging out. And I'm going to take that same brush that I used before with the Lola Lola on the tip, tap it off. Is it Lola Lola? Yes. And then I'm going to go over that black line to soften it. There, that's better now. Okay? All right, so now I'm just going to go back in with a fluffy. I'm just going to make sure that I have everybody's just softened and living in the home they're supposed to be. I'm going to clean up here. Okay. If you wanted at this point, you could take the brown suede pencil. I didn't do it on this side, so I'll do it now. You could take it and really accentuate your eyes here and do the V. Got a little white here. And just really accentuate it. Now I'm going to just go in and put some powder. Whoops. Talk amongst yourself. Crazy Miss Tammy, she dropped her brush. Hang on. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take my Guerlain Meteorites Pressed Illuminating Powder, which has been discontinued in the United States. I love it. Okay, I'm just going to take my Sephora Professional brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the side, just to set it so I can put my blush on. Okay, so that is the look for the eye. Now I'm going to do my blush because that's just the order I go in. If you're somebody who puts your mascara on next, go right ahead. I'm going to use Golden Gate Mineral Blush by Bare Minerals. I just shake some into the lid. I'm using a blush brush by MAC. And I'm going to really work that blush in just like you would a mineral powder. Tap it out. And I'm just going to I always focus my blush higher up. It helps to lift the face, okay? So, and I do not go on the apples of my cheeks. I do not like it. I think that is for young girls, my opinion only, okay? And I'm just going to airbrush it around just to really focus on the eyes, okay? Now, I'm not going to put any more of that on. I'm going to go in with my contour powder, which I use Harmony by MAC, with my little brush and contour. And filter up so that you don't have a harsh line, okay? Now I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Gorgeous, Gorgeous, Gorgeous Illuminator. It is fabulous. If you can find this anywhere, it is so well worth it. It's gorgeous. I use my finger. I tap my ring finger and you'll see I get a fairly good amount on there. I start here and tap it, okay, and then I buff it out. I think it works best for me this way, and then I'll come down a little more and I buff it. I stay away from the very fine lines I have right here, but I do. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And the more you buff this product, the better it is. I swear. Just love it. You can put it in your Cupid's bow and you can do it underneath your chin here. If you want to highlight the bridge of your nose, go right ahead, but never the bulb of your nose. You shouldn't be bronzing the bulb of your nose either. You don't need to accentuate that part of your face. Okay, so I've done my Laura Mercier. You know, if you wanted, you could take a brush and you could use a fan brush. Some people are asking about that. The problem, it's not a problem, but the thing with this is when you first tap it on, it looks like it's got little glitters in it. And glitter's not good for you if you're over 50. That's my opinion, okay? All right, so now I'm going to go in, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I'm using the Chanel eyelash curler. And I'm going to just hold it. I usually hold it for like the count of 10, you know, something like that. Today I'm going to use a primer. Because I'm not using the false eyelashes, I will use a primer. I use a primer all the time though. But today I'm going to use the Givenchy primer. I had said that I didn't really care for it as much as my Lancome Cils. It's growing on me. Not too bad, okay? So I'm going to do that. Okay, I've put a layer of that on. And I'm just going to give it a second to set. Maybe a little longer than a second, but anyway, I'll talk to you about this. While I'm letting this set, I'm going to tell you what I have on my lips. I use the Givenchy, and this is... No, this is Armani. I'm sorry, this is Giorgio Armani Smooth Silk Lip Pencil, and this is in number 10. It's a very neutral shade. It's very much like Spice, but not as much pink. It's also like the Givenchy brown that I have. It's by Giorgio Armani. Can be purchased at Saks. For my lips, I have on 140 in the Guerlain. They come up like that. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. And for the lip gloss, this is a new one by MAC. It's the lip gloss in Orange Tempera. And I just have that in the center. Let's see. Oh no, sometimes I like a little more color when I'm wearing a smoky eye. You know, I'm probably washed out as far as the blush is concerned because I have so many lights on me, and I really let me do a little more. Okay. Okay, so that's dried down enough. I don't let this dry all the way because then it's hard to separate the lashes. So you want to get it when it's still moist but not real super wet. This is the Armani Ice to Kill. I'm usually much closer to my mirror when doing my mascara. So hang with me, peeps. Try to get down by the lash line. Really do the little wiggle. Gets it down there good. That's the trick to having a great smoky eye, is your lashes have to really be incorporated in the look. And that's why when you see a smoky eye and then the eyelashes are put on, it just is phenomenal. Okay, I'm going to let that layer just dry down a little bit. Now on the bottom lashes, I do not put black. On the bottom lashes, I will put brown, and I'm going to use my Definicils. Just going to run it along the bottom lashes, very lightly. I don't put a whole lot on there. And the reason why I put brown is black is just too harsh all the way around my eyes. Okay, so I really hope that you have enjoyed this look. I think this is a great look for the holidays. The lashes that I wore, or every day if you're someone who really likes to wear full-on makeup, and I think that is your choice to make. I don't think that anybody should tell you what you should be wearing. It should be how you want to, what makes you happy, and you just go for it. The lashes are MAC, and they are number 8, I think? No, number 20. These are their quarter lash by MAC. These are the ones that I did have on. They're actually much easier to put on than a full lash because you just have to focus on the outer part. You know, I will demonstrate how to do the lashes when I'm going to be going out. And then we'll work from there. But I just didn't want to waste them because they never really apply. I don't know, they get all gummy. I mean, you can clean them up and everything, but I like my lashes fresh. Okay? Okay. So, okay, so now I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to do one more little coat of mascara because that is dried a little. And that is it. That is what I was wearing in my Thanksgiving video without the lashes. So leave your comments below. You know I love hearing from you, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do. It's an anti-ager. And for any, I'm going to always check my blog now every day because I add something whether I put a video up or not. And sometimes I'll have smoothie recipes that I'm not doing a video on. Like today's look, I will list all of the products on my blog and perhaps a picture if I can manage to do that by myself. I don't have one of those timed cameras where I can do it. But anyway, I'm going to try. And I want my blog to be just an extension of my channel, lots of fun. I want to be able to communicate with you all on it. So please, if you're not a follower, go sign in and be a follower and leave me comments there. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. Any questions, comments, you know what to do, okay? My blog link will be just below the video, okay? Bisous. Thanks for stopping by. Have a beautiful day. And I know you are all hitting the thumbs up button right now. Love you guys. Bye-bye.